what's going on everyone? It's your boy Mo Deen Dano. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I ain't gonna really be making too many more videos, but I'm gonna say something really quick here, so you learn something. This is probably one of my last video maybe. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Listen, yeah. What's the most important thing in the world? The most important thing ever is Iman, right? Belief, right? That's the most important thing. There's nothing more important than that. Now I'm going to bring you evidence from the Quran. If you listen to the Quran, most of the verses are about belief. And all the time when Allah talks about belief, He says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, those that believe and do good deeds. When He says that those that believe and do good deeds, what does He mean by that? He means that when He says that those that believe first, He puts belief before good deeds. Why is that? Because belief is more important than good deeds. He always says, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, then He says, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Because there's no point having good deeds without belief, do you know what I'm trying to say? And a person who, alright, so belief is the most important thing. There's one thing that Allah does not forgive, and that's belief, if your belief is bad. That's the only sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive, when your belief is bad. Alright? More than your actions. So, listen to this, right? Allah says He does not forgive shirk, for example, yeah? But He forgives everything else to whom He wishes. Alright, now, you're saying, what are you trying to say? You're trying to say to me, I'm trying to say to you that belief is the most important thing. Even when He says in the Quran, He says, يَرْفَعَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ دَرَجَاتٍ. Allah raises the people that believe of you and those that have got knowledge. Alright? He puts belief first all the time. So, the most important thing is belief. La ilaha illallah Muhammad sallallahu. What kind of belief? The belief, the true, pure belief. Where do you get that from? From the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Ahlul Bayt. They will give you the pure Tawheed. Because the Ahlul Bayt have got the knowledge of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the Ahlul Bayt who contain that real, pure Tawheed. Other schools of thoughts and other people can be doing a lot of shirk these days. And as you can see, there is a lot of shirk going on in their Tawheed, right? So the real Tawheed is the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Ahlul Bayt. And the enemies of the Ahlul Bayt, obviously, they hate the Ahlul Bayt. You know why they hate the Ahlul Bayt? Because they hate the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. And you can know that, and it's obvious, isn't it? So now, to get the real Tawheed, where are you going to go? You have to go to Imam Ali alayhi salam, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein, the Ahlul Bayt, Fatima al-Zahra, the daughter of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The other people who have come are causing fitna and bid'ah, and they need to be exposed, inshallah, with evidence from the Quran and from the Sunnah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Now, I'm going to give you a hadith here before I finish, which is really narrated from Imam Ali and from the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that a sinner who is generous is more loved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than a worshipper who is stingy. Now, one of the scholars, he interprets this hadith. He tries to explain why this hadith is. Because a sinner who's generous, right, for example, why is he generous? It's because he's got good belief in Allah, that Allah will give him. The more he gives, Allah, he knows that Allah's going to keep. He's got good belief in Allah. He says, yeah, Allah's going to give me. I'm going to spend, Allah's going to give me. I'm going to help the poor, I'm going to help the people. Allah's going to give. But he's a sinner. His actions are bad, but his belief is good in Allah. But the worshipper who's worshipping, his actions are good, but his belief is bad. He's being stingy. Why is the worshipper being stingy? His belief is bad. So what he's doing, he's praying and doing all this extra stuff. His actions are good, but his belief is bad. So he's being stingy. He's thinking, no, Allah's not going to give me. He's thinking bad about Allah. Allah, I'm going to be stingy and not spend, because if I spend, Allah's not going to give me. So his belief is bad, but his action is good. So the Prophet Muhammad said, a sinner who is generous is more loved to Allah than a worshipper who is stingy. So that's the explanation. So remember, those that believe, the Iman, yeah, they're the most realest people. They're the most people that you respect. They're the most people that you love. We rate people according to their Iman, nothing else, not according to their money, not according to nothing else but their Iman. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Who had the most Iman? The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In the whole universe, in the whole world, he had the most Iman. He's the most loved of Allah's creation. He's more loved than all the angels. He's more loved than the whole of Allah's creations in the world. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who was after the Holy Prophet Muhammad? Who had the second most Iman? It was Imam Ali alayhi salam. He had the second most Iman. And the Sunnah proves it, the Quran proves it, and the verses prove it. So at the end of the day, I just came with this quick talk. Just wanted to let you know what's the most important thing in the world, which is belief. Your belief, your Iman. we rate people according to their iman. And Allah describes the believers, the mu'mineen. In Surah Al-Mu'mineen, the first thing, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Successful are the believers. What's the second verse after it? الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. Those who are humble or khasha in their praise. What does that mean? Khasha means like 100% concentration, fearful, humble. Like when they're khasha, like they're praying, you know, they're full concentration, like trying to cry, you know what I'm trying to say? Like they're putting in full effort, full force in their salah. That's one of the signs of the believers. Allah talks about so many signs of the believers in the Quran. They remember Allah a lot, they do a lot of things anyway. At the end of the day, there's a lot of the hadith, even Imam Ali says, a believer is smiling a lot and he's a good character, he's this, the munafiq is screw face, he's this, that. So there's so many hadiths about describing the believer and so many verses in the Quran describing the believer and the believers, the women and the men. Those that remember Allah a lot. Anyway, so there's a lot of verses, there's a lot of things to describe who's the real believer, who's a true, you understand? And Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. You get the knowledge, you keep getting knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled by these people doing bid'ah, coming to you with long beards, coming to you from thinking that they know everything. When they're doing shirk, subhanallah, watch out. You want to get the real pure tawheed from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ahlul Bayt. Remember what I told you. Allah will ask you about the Ahlul Bayt in the Day of Judgment. Alright, it's your boy Modeen. Probably, I ain't gonna do a lot of videos. That's probably my last videos, you know. But, you know, pray for me, inshallah. I might do some more, I might not. But, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. Come in real talks, real knowledge, done. Inshallah, pray for me. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. It's your boy, done.